Hello YouTube friends, welcome to The Last Homely House. I'm Kate and I am overwhelmed with fabric scraps. That's what's happening at the moment.
She never asked for internet fame, and she certainly didn't expect criticism to come with hand quilting and homemade jam. But that's what Kate Jackson got in her bargain. The smiling face behind The Last Homely House quietly started to share her slow, intentional lifestyle from a stone cottage in Northumberland.
And I live here in this cottage in Northumberland, in the north of England.
And the world showed up to watch. Many questioned her choices, and yet over 120,000 subscribers stayed, week after week, drawn to her quiet confidence, her crafts, and her cats. This is the story of a woman who made a movement out of mindfulness, and why even gentle lives can stir strong opinions. So what marks the beginning of something beautiful? Apparently, it doesn't take much. In 2017, at 61 years old, Kate propped up her iPad on a brick, sat at her spinning wheel in her garden, and hit record. There was no script to follow, just her and a gentle curiosity to share. She had watched YouTube videos for years, gardening tutorials, cooking, crafts, and thought, how hard can it be? It turns out it wasn't hard at all, at least not in the way that mattered. What started with a handful of viewers has grown into a vast, loyal following. Today, her channel, The Last Homely House, has surpassed 233,000 subscribers and earned her the coveted YouTube silver play button.
That my silver play button, my 100,000 subscribers, and the award that YouTube give you have arrived.
Her second channel, The Last Homely Garden, is growing just as steadily. Her content is the complete opposite of all that glossy, high-speed internet culture has to offer. In her world, things are slow, intentional, and handmade. She chats while hand quilting, sharing the joys of beeswax thread and mismatched pottery, of sourdough starters and cats curled in baskets of yarn. And people love it. What does it really mean to live a handmade lifestyle? Kate's story isn't one of overnight success. In fact, the seeds of her lifestyle were sown long before YouTube was even invented. She was a midwife and later a teacher. She raised 3 children in the same small cottage she calls home. And over the years, she has learned how to grow her own food, make her own clothes, bind her own books, and eventually how to quilt. After a divorce left her unexpectedly alone in her 50s, life took a difficult turn. She was emotionally drained, financially unstable, and unsure of what came next. It was a dark chapter, made even darker when her best friend passed away from motor neurone disease. Kate admitted in an interview with The Guardian in 2024, "I found it hard to reimagine myself." But she did, turning that moment of vulnerability into an opportunity for self-growth. She traveled to New Zealand to heal and returned with a new resolve, to live creatively, quietly, and with purpose. In many ways, The Last Homely House became her reimagining. What's in a name? The name The Last Homely House comes from Tolkien's The Hobbit. Avid fans would notice that it is a reference to Rivendell, the elven refuge of rest and restoration. Tolkien described it as a perfect house, whether you liked food or sleep or storytelling or singing or just sitting and thinking best. For Kate, that description fit her perfectly. It's how she wanted her home to feel, not just for herself, but for the thousands who would come to visit it online. In a chaotic world, her home offers a small but vital antidote: peace. Whether she's stitching hexagons for her granddaughter Agnes's quilt.
Now this is the last tiny little bit of binding to go on to Agnes, my granddaughter's quilt. For anyone who's been following along with this project,
or showing off a batch of muffins gone slightly wrong.
Pick one of them up and look at the bottom. And the bottom should look cooked and brown.
Kate offers something peaceful yet radical, honest, unpolished, joyful domesticity. There are no influencers here, no brand deals screaming for attention, no fast-paced transitions or curated backdrops. Just a lime green sofa, a kettle always on the boil, and stories that feel like sitting with an old friend. Perhaps Kate's greatest gift is the community she's created. During the pandemic, when isolation reached its peak, she imagined all of her viewers sitting together on a massive, never-ending couch. The lime green sofa, she called it, where anyone could find a seat, a cup of tea, and a moment to rest. The image stuck. Fans embraced it, making badges, sharing crafts under the hashtag #TLAHLGS, and even recognizing each other at festivals with tearful hugs and heartfelt thank yous. Kate never set out to become famous, but what she did create was something far more lasting, a feeling of home. Her comment section is filled with gratitude. Many of her fans are older women, often living alone or navigating grief, divorce, or simply the aching loneliness of modern life. Through Kate, they find permission to enjoy solitude, not as a failure or as a last resort, but as a powerful way of living and choosing the turns your life takes. If you too are inspired to start your quilting journey and are looking for some resources, make sure to check out the link in the description and the pinned comment for a beginner-friendly guide that will walk you through the basics, tools, fabric tips, and easy patterns to help you build your confidence, one stitch at a time. Creative life, practical magic. Kate is fiercely curious. She doesn't care about mastering every craft, but only about learning enough to be delighted. Her goal is to get good enough for herself, and it provides a much-needed reminder to slow down and do things for the sake of doing them. While the rest of us might still be stuck in the toxic mindset of turning everything into a rat race. From pottery to weaving, indigo dyeing to felting, Ish has tried it all. And she's not shy about sharing her mistakes either. Her mismatched plates might wobble on the table, but they hold food just fine. And more than that, they hold stories. One of her greatest loves is quilting. Whether she's working on a commissioned piece or guiding her daughter-in-law through her first stitches, her passion is obvious. She even created a custom Aurifil thread collection, slow stitching at the last homely house, a curated box of the colors she loves best. One of the most beautiful aspects of Kate's work is how deeply interwoven it is with her family. Her now-grown children and their partners are often by her side, helping with the shop, editing videos, appearing in tutorials, and crafting behind-the-scenes content for Patreon. Her daughters-in-law, Anna and Rita, are learning to quilt and sharing their own projects. Her daughter Martha recently finished a quilt for her newborn, Emil, dyed and stitched with Kate's help. In a world where family content often feels forced or exploitative, Kate's family is like a breath of fresh air. But for someone so open online, Kate is remarkably private. She doesn't share her exact location and avoids revealing too much about her family life, believing that there has to be a point at which you say, "No, I'm not going to share this." What's next for the last homely house? Kate has her eggs in many baskets. She is going to be teaching quilting on a cruise past the Arctic Circle, her flourishing second channel, with plans to plant trees.
One of the worst weeds in my garden. But when I think about what I'm doing here,
Expand her vegetable beds, and build a wildlife haven with her son, John.
A little tip for when you're planting bulbs is the general rule for planting depth is round about 2.5 to 3 times the depth of the bulb.
And perhaps most exciting, her first book, Kate's Book of Things, was released last year and has already gathered lots of glowing reviews. Her online shop is also quite successful, filled with carefully chosen items and seasonal boxes that sell out in hours. Her Christmas box, packed with Liberty fabric and matching Aurifil thread.
the final thing, packing them into, I love to pack things into these little bags that I make. And so I've sewn this brown paper together.
Is a fan favorite, and perhaps the thing which pulls everyone to her. There is no team of marketers or consultants behind it, just Kate, her camera, and a deep love for making things by hand. The right thing at the right time. When asked during the Guardian interview if she wishes she had started earlier, Kate shared her thoughts with a smile. "Sometimes I do, but I had to have gone through all those difficult life stages. I wouldn't have appealed to the same people if I had been younger." And she is absolutely right. Her story is powerful because of its timing, not in spite of it. At a stage in life when women are often dismissed or made invisible, Kate chose to shine. And by doing so, she has changed the lives of thousands in small little ways. While Kate is not a celebrity, she is much more than that. A rare comfort, a teacher, and a reminder that it's okay to slow down, because solitude can be sacred, and it's never too late to start something new. A quick note if you're new to quilting or just want a solid refresher. Check out the link in the pinned comment in the description for a beginner-friendly guide for a few simple quilt projects to practice your skills, inspired by the styles Donna Jordan taught so well. Whether you're brand new or coming back after a break, this guide is a helpful companion to keep by your side.